a very, very gentle reminder about who the Antichrist really is. We hear in the Bible, Jesus warns us about the Antichrist, those who are against him, that the enemy is working in them, and we also hear in Revelations that during the end times, the Antichrist will thrive. And I think a lot of us make the mistake of associating the Antichrist with non-believers, those who are against our stances, our political, social stances, our moral stances. We go like, oh, you don't agree with us, therefore you must be the Antichrist. Antichrist is not a group of people. It's not a person. It's not a political belief. It's not a stance. It's not a side. No, the Antichrist is a manifestation of the enemy in our hearts. Just because you are Christian, just because you have surrendered your life to God does not mean that the devil can no longer attack your heart and tempt you to act like an Antichrist. Antichrist, you are anti-God. Who is God? God is love. Antichrist, you are Antichrist when you are anti-love. So, instead of judging others, instead of putting them down and hating them, condemning them, telling them that they will never be saved, they're going to hell, no, we realize that so many times we do become the Antichrist when we decide to judge others, when we speak with spite, bitterness, anger, when we manipulate others, when we misrepresent Christ, when we are anti-love, when we do things without love, we become the Antichrist. So perhaps, this is what I think, this is how I look at it, perhaps the Bible was not warning us about a certain group of people. No, the Bible was warning us about the people Satan will try to make us become, the choices Satan will push us to make. So today we are humbled when we realize that so many times, God, I have been Antichrist, I have been anti-love, I have been anti-goodness because I chose to give in to my pride. I chose to give in to my anger. I chose to give in to my selfishness, God. So when Jesus is very clear, before judging others, look at the speck in your eye. Jesus said, check yourself first. But don't worry, we're all guilty of this, me too. So we're gonna pray for forgiveness, God. Today we praise you and we come to you, begging for your compassion, for your fresh wind, God, because we realize that so many times we have made mistakes, God, but we continue to praise you because we are fully known yet fully loved. God, you still love us. You still delight in us. So teach us how to love, God. When we are tempted to become the Antichrist by the enemy because the devil works hard, God, he works hard, God, give us the strength to rebuke him and to follow you, God, because you are good. And so we choose to love because God loved us first. Amen.